Good game for the price, surprisingly fun. This game is not buggy. It's a solid fun game. Lots of people to play with or be the loner and fight monsters. Have played about 15 hours and there are challenges, so never a dull moment. First review is a troll. I saw this on sale and decided to take a look at it. I saw Citadel Forged with Fire being compared with Conan Exiles and Ark Survival for the PS4. I have both of those games. They are great games. I wanted a new game similar to both, and so I decided to take a chance with Citadel Forged with Fire. After playing for many hours, and leveling up my character quite a bit, I absolutely love this game. It's my current favorite game. At the start of the same, similar to Conan Exiles, there is not much you can do. You need to level up before the game becomes tons of fun. There are 3 things you need which really open up the game: a decent base, a tame dragon, and a broomstick. Prior to having those items, the game is tough and not that enjoyable. Don't judge the game until you get those 3 items. The broomstick is so essential to enjoying this game. The graphics are fantastic. So beautiful, clear and sharp, and smooth at 2K. I love the style of the artwork and the level of detail everything has. The graphics performance on a PS4 Pro surpasses Conan Exiles and Ark Survival, which are both a bit clunky and a little blurry at 2K. Building is a breeze in this game. Much easier than it is in Conan Exiles and in Ark Survival. Everything lines up perfectly with a snap-and-place system that always works, without any strange bugs. Both Conan Exiles and Ark Survival have buggy building mechanics, which occasionally can be very frustrating, especially Ark Survival. The building mechanics in Citadel Forged with Fire are simple and easy, and always work. For example, putting a wall-mounted torch inside a building is a snap, and it always lines up perfectly, as there are predefined snap locations for the wall torches and all other build items. In Conan Exiles and Ark Survival, getting your mounted torches to line up perfectly is almost impossible. In Conan Exiles and in Ark Survival you can spend hours trying to line things up properly. The one negative about building is that you can only have one very large main base, can be multiple structures close together, and one small outpost. You can build structures outside of your base or outpost, but they will decay over time, as they will be abandoned structures not owned by your character. This building limit does add to the explorer feel of the game, but is a negative if you just like building a lot of structures. Conan Exiles and Ark Survival don't have this kind of limitation. Crafting is very similar to Conan Exiles and Ark Survival. Crafting an item takes knowledge, resources and time. You have several different workbenches you can learn to craft that can each craft a unique set of items. The animation for the crafting stations is absolutely beautiful. Animation almost everything is highly animated, even the workbenches. Animal animation is top-notch, much better than Conan Exiles and Ark Survival. However, the non-animal characters are a bit strangely animated, with the Nintendo-style bobbing, which I don't really like. Conan Exiles has better animation for the non-animal characters. Leveling up in Citadel Forged with Fire, you level up your character by fighting, building, performing quests, etc. As you level up, you get experience points you can use to learn to build new items, cook new food, etc. This is very similar to how leveling up works in Conan Exiles and Ark Survival. Unlike Conan Exiles and Ark Survival, your character does not get hungry or thirsty. You do have health and mana you need to worry about. There's food and potions, as well as magical items, that you can create to fill up your health and mana. Tames you can have up to 4 times, and each tame can be independently set to be aggressive, defensive, or passive, and said to be either stationary or to follow you. This is similar to how tames work in Ark Survival, but in Ark Survival you can have tons of tames. In Conan Exiles you can also have tons of tames, but only one can follow you at a time and all the others must be stationary. In Citadel Forged with Fire, taming is done using the Pacify spell. The Pacify spell can be very quick, completed in just a few seconds if the targeted tame has low health. Conan Exiles taming takes many minutes to complete. In Ark Survival, taming can take hours to complete for high-level creatures. Unlike the other games, in Citadel Forged with Fire you need to feed your tames to keep them tamed. Each tame has a loyalty timer showing how long they will be loyal to you. This timer is lengthened by feeding the tame. They can be fed enough food at once to be tamed for up to 336 hours, real hours, not game hours, so you don't need to constantly check on them. If the tame runs out of food it will become an untamed wild creature again and could be tamed again. The AI for the tames is very good, especially for the high-level tames. The AI for tames is far superior to Conan Exiles and Ark Survival. Landscape: the world is beautiful and highly detailed. I love the artwork. Like Conan Exiles and Ark Survival there are different biomes with different weather, different plants and life forms, and different levels of difficulty. The world is rendered smoother and sharper at 2K than it is in Conan Exiles and Ark Survival on a PS4 Pro. So if you have 2K or higher, you'll appreciate the clarity of everything in the landscape. Final thoughts: while similar to Conan Exiles and Ark Survival, this game has its own very unique feel and gameplay mechanics. Fighting with all sorts of different spells that you can cast while riding on a broomstick is a ton of fun. There's nothing even remotely similar to this in Conan Exiles or Ark Survival. Since fighting is a large part of this game, and how you do it is so different from the other two games, it makes playing this game feel nothing at all like Conan Exiles or Ark Survival. Each spell you can cast is so radically different, and useful for different situations. This game is all about magic. With that being the center of the experience, it's a great game to add to your collection. It does not feel like another Conan Exiles or Ark Survival when you play it, despite some of the similarities. This game is top-notch, runs smooth, has fantastic artwork and music. It's tons of fun to play. Anyone who's a fan of Conan Exiles or Ark Survival should definitely check this out. It is currently my favorite game to play. A definite 5-star game. Click link in description for more reviews.